I'm Ohio, and that's Frizz. I will never buckle my shoe, and that's Pizza Tower. There's no one to never be than Mr. Beast.
You wouldn't be wrong in asking where I had been for the past few days, but let's just say I was doing some shit. The 27th of October went by and everyone was so busy to celebrate the release of the FNAF movie that everyone forgot to wish me a happy birthday. I turned 20, by the way, but that's okay. I would have talked about the Sniper Wolf versus Jax Films doxing shit that happened, but it's old topic now. That shit's stale, so instead we'll be talking about student debt. America suffers with a crippling student debt problem that has managed to cross over $1 trillion. Students are now leaving college and joining radical militant terrorist organizations. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're here for Halloween candy crisis. You guys already know Halloween went by, and of course, just like always, you had your fair share of people who would take a fucking bucket full of candy when they are specifically required to take one. When it comes to candy, the whole thing just really becomes petty because it's candy which isn't even that expensive. If you had like bowls full of jewelry or pure 24 karat gold or diamonds or some shit, it would still somewhat make sense. But this, nah, this is sad and pathetic. What's even better is that it's grown-ups who are stealing this shit and not even kids. There are some unwritten rules to the society that we live in. And in that list is the rule that in order to celebrate festivals and holidays, you need to let others enjoy it as well. Of course, people wouldn't do that, would they? They would see something that personally benefits them. No, wait, hold up. Let me rephrase that. They would see something that they think personally benefits them, and they would do it, even if it just completely kills the fucking vibe. Exactly how crazy is it when goddamn toddlers have more sense than the parents? What practical use do you have of that much fucking candy? Surely you're not gonna eat all of it, right? Kid's like 4, she took less candy than you. Lady, you're like 35. Eating that many candies will give you diabetes. Don't you have like a failed marriage to fix? Your husband takes unusually frequent business trips to Thailand. You think that's normal? Okay, that's kinda mean. You know, the same can also be said for family channels, right? I mean, no one really watches family channels and take them seriously anymore, but there was a point in time when people did. And I am indeed referring to the clinically insane woman from the 8 Hostages YouTube channel, or 8 Passengers, whatever it was called. All these parents are garbage role models, and when their kids turn out to be a fucking threat to the society, they're the first ones to be like, we don't know what happened. He was such a nice kid. He had the best role models, and tell another nonsense sob story. If you can't be bothered to be a decent fucking role model for your children, then either keep them under the supervision of someone else who is not as much of a retard as you, or don't bother having kids. I mean, when you have your kids bound and tied and thrown into a fucking dungeon with no food and water, it isn't really fair for you to think they will think highly of you. That's not gonna happen. Not when you starve your kids.
And my kids are literally starving. I hesitate to say this because it's going to sound like...
Not when you make your kids sleep on a fucking beanbag.
I'm sleeping on a beanbag since October.
And definitely not if you threaten to literally chop off the head of your daughter's favorite soft toy. All this, along with this Halloween shit, just manages to bring out the worst in people. Just please don't be a fucking dumbass. And if you are, and you can't help it, please don't teach your kids to be one as well. Think about the kids. Anyways, my dear friends, all I can say is thank you for blowing exactly 3 minutes and 50 seconds of your time on this fucking video. I highly appreciate it.